Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, you are welcome back. If this is your first time of stopping by on this YouTube channel, quickly hit that subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell to get notifications whenever we upload new videos. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make this beaded key holder. To make the beaded key holder, I'm going to be needing my size 8 sugar bead. You may want to use a smaller size of sugar bead or any bead of choice. Then I'll be needing my 0.70 mm fishing line, scissors to cut out the fishing line. Then I'll be needing this key holder ring. Can you see that? Or you may want to use a bag ring if you cannot get shoemaker ring. I got this from a shoemaker shop in the market. You can also ask for this. Okay, so now I will cut the fishing line. I'll cut something I can comfortably work with. If you have been following our tutorial, I've stated this several times that there is no specific measurement for your fishing line. Just cut something that you can comfortably work with. And if you are a beginner, you want to cut something not too short and not too long. Now I'm going to be using two color of bead. You may want to use just one color to create your design. So I'll be using this blue color and this white color bead. Now I'll start by stringing into the fishing line 3 beads, 3 blue color bead. Can you see? Then I will insert the fourth bead, which is the white bead. The fourth bead is going to be the white color bead. I will insert it into the fishing line. Then I will interlock with the other fishing line like so. Can you see that? Then I will push the 4 beads to the middle of the fishing line. Can you see that? Now I will take one tip of the fishing line. I'll be using the fishing line on my left hand side. So I'm going to string into the fishing line on my left hand side 1 bead. Then on the fishing line on my right hand side, I will string in 1 white bead as well. Can you see that? So I will string in 1 white color bead each. Then I will interlock with the white color bead as well. Then I'll push the beads to the middle of the fishing line. Then I want to drag this tight or firmly. Can you see? So you push and then you drag. So this is what I've gotten. Now I will string into the fishing line on my left hand side 1 blue color bead. Then on the fishing line on my right hand side, I will string 1 blue color bead. Then I will get another blue color bead to interlock the fishing line. Can you see? So I will drag this. I will drag like so. Then I will use my hand to just tighten it, and that's it. Now on the fishing line on my right hand side, on my left hand side, I will string in 1 white color bead. Then on the fishing line on my right hand side, I will string in 1 white color bead. Then I will interlock with a blue color bead like so. Can you see? Now, on the fish line on my left hand side, I will string in one blue color bead, then I will string in another blue color bead into the fish line on my right hand side. Then I will interlock with a white color bead, like so. I will also string another white color bead into the fish line on my right hand side and on my left hand side. Then I will interlock with a white color bead. Can you see that? So I want to take my time to arrange this properly before I continue. So you want to ensure that this is very tight. This is very tight. Can you see that? Now, on the fish line on my left hand side, I'm going to string in blue color bead, and on the fish line on my right hand side, I will string in one blue color bead. Then I will interlock with a blue color bead. Can you see? So this is what I have for the base. So I will continue building on this part. But before I continue building on this part, this fishy line that I already interlock here is supposed to be on this particular bead, because I want to start building on this part. So what I will quickly do, instead of interlocking this last bead I added, okay, let me remove the 3 beads so you understand what I'm trying to explain. So I'm going to string into the fishy line these 3 beads. I will string them into the fishy line on my left hand side instead. Can you see that? This is the 3rd one. Then I will use the fishy line on my right hand side to interlock. So that's it. The direction of the fishy line will then change. Okay. So what I quickly do was to change the direction of the fishy line. So when you get to this part, just string in 3 beads and interlock with the fishy line on your right hand side to change the direction of the fishy line. So now I'm going to string into the fishy line on my left hand side. I will string in 3 beads. I will string in 2 white beads and 1 blue color bead. Can you see? Then I'll pass my fishy line through this white color bead. Please, you want to ensure that you are dragging this. You want it to be very firm, so you have to drag. Can you see? Now I will string into the fishy line on my left hand side 2 blue color bead. This is the 1st bead, the 2nd one. Then I will interlock with the fishy line on my right hand side. Can you see that our design is coming up already? So I'm going to pass the fishy line on my right hand side through the nearest bead, which is this blue bead. Then I will string into the fishy line 2 white color bead. Then I will use the fishy line on my right hand side to interlock. I'll pass the fishy line. I will string in 2 white color bead. And then I will interlock. Then I'll pass the fishy line through the blue bead. I will string into the fishy line on my left hand side 1 white color bead and 1 blue color bead. So sorry about that. Can you see? Then I'll pass the fishing line through this bead. Then I will string into the fishing line on my left hand side 2 blue color bead. Can you see that? Then on this fishing line, so you are going to watch carefully what I'm going to be doing now. So basically I want to string into this part 2 white color beads, just like I have here. Okay, so I'm not going to interlock like so. Just watch me. You string in 2 white color bead, then you know you already passed this one already. You bring this particular fishing line and pass it through this particular bead. Can you see? So we're trying to pass the fishing line to the other side so that we can build on that part. I'm going to drag this, then I will drag the other side as well. Can you see? Now I'll pass the fishing line through this bead. So we're trying to pass or change the direction to this part so we can continue building on that part. Then I will also pass the fishing line through this particular bead. So when I get here, can you see? We're not adding bead yet, so just hold on. You want to interlock this. You want to interlock this particular bead with the fishing line. Then you also use the other one to interlock as well. So with this, I can start building on this part. So when you are done, you are going to be having something like this V shape. It's going to look like a square when you are done. So what you are going to do, basically, you are going to string in 2 beads into the fishing line on your left hand side. Then you interlock with a blue color bead. So I string in 2 white beads into the fishing line on my left hand side. Then I added 1 blue color bead. Then I will interlock with a blue color bead using the fishing line on my right hand side. And that's it. Can you see? So with this now, you can continue from here. You have to repeat everything that was done on this part to this part, and then we'll continue. So I'm almost done with this part. I'll pass my fishing line through this bead. Then I will string into the fishing line on my left hand side 2 blue color bead, and then I will interlock. Then I'll pass my fishing line through this particular bead. Now I will string into the fishing line on my left hand side 2 white beads. And that's it. So we are done here. Now you are going to watch closely what I'm going to be doing on the screen. You may want to just end your fishing line. If you have been following our tutorial, I've illustrated that severally. You may just want to end your fishing line, but for the meantime, I think I'll leave my fishing line. I can comfortably work with it. Okay, so I'm going to, you see this part, this is the midpoint. If you watch closely, this is where we have this this blue square shape. Then we have the other blue square shape. So this mid part where we have the white bead is where I'm going to crimp like so. just crimp it. Can you see? So on both sides, this is what I have, this is what I have. Now we're going to be closing this part. You're going to be closing this part. So you may want to end your fishing line and cut out the excess fishing line, or if you still have some fishing line left, you just continue from here, but have it at the back of your mind that you have to seal up this part. I've illustrated that in our previous tutorials. So to seal up this part, I'm starting from this point, but if you are using a fresh fishing line, you may just want to start from this point. Okay, so let me end the fishing line so I don't end up confusing you. I'm going to end the fishing line now, and then I'll start with a fresh fishing line. So for the sake of those that have not been following us on our tutorial, this is how to end your fishing line. You pass it through the beads, same way you have been interlocking. You follow the pattern of the bead. You don't want the fishing line to be visible, so you follow the pattern of the bead. Do not pass it in an horizontal or vertical line. Just follow the pattern of the bead. Follow the pattern of the bead. Then you have a very neat finishing when you are done. Can you see that? So if you watch closely, my fishing line is not showing, it's not visible. Can you see that? Just follow the pattern of the bead to give you a very neat work. So when I'm done ending this particular fishing line, and I'm sure it's firm, my work is strong, I will come over to this particular fishing line and do same. Okay, so you may want to open this up. Then when you are done, you cut out the excess fishing line, and then you take that back again. Now I'll cut a fresh fishing line that I'll use to cover up that part. Can you see? So I want to close this part down to this part. I'll pass my fishing line through this bead, I'll pass it through this bead and through the last white bead. Can you see that? Then I will string in one white bead and interlock. So we want to use white beads to cover it up all through. We are not using blue bead anymore, so we just go with the white bead, or continue with the white bead. Can you see? So I'll pass the fishing line on my right hand side through this bead. Then I'll also pass the fishing line on my left hand side through the other bead. Then I will get the white color bead to interlock both fishing line like so. Can you see? I will pass the fishing line through this bead. Then I will also pass the fishing line through this bead. Then I will get another bead to interlock. To continue, I'll pass the fishing line through this bead. Then I'll also pass the fishing line through this bead. And then I'll get another bead to interlock the fishing line like so. So I want to continue with the same procedure to cover this up. And this is the last bead I'm going to be adding. Can you see that? Can you see? Now to secure my fishing line, I'll pass the fishing line through this bead like so. Then I'll also pass it through this bead. Then I'll also pass the fishing line on my left hand side through this bead. and through this bead. Then I will continue like so. Can you see? And taste it. So you keep doing that to end the fishing line, then you cut out the excess fishing line. Okay, so this is it. So now I want to attach the part. I'm going to be inserting the ring. Okay, so you cut a fresh fishing line, or you can use your old fishing line. Just pass it to this point. Can you see? Like so. Then on the fishing line on my left hand side, I will interlock. I will string into that fishing line one bead. I will also string in one bead into the fishing line on my right hand side. Then I'll push the beads like so. Can you see that? So now I forgot to mention earlier, I'll be needing a smaller ball bead. Can you see? So what I will do basically is I will string in one big bead. The blue bead we'll be using before now. Can you see? I'll string into the both fishing line. I'll string the beads into both fishing line like that. Then I'll take 3 of these beads and string into both fishing line. This is the first, the second. You may want to string in just 2. Can you see? Then you pull or you drag. Can you see that? So I may want to reduce this to just 2. Then I'll string into this fishing line one big bead. Then I'll open it, and then I'll string in one bead each. Then another bead into the fishing line on my left hand side. Then I'll use them to interlock this particular bead. So I'll take the fishing line on the other side. So you want to be careful so you don't mess this up. So let me arrange it properly first before I continue. Okay, so you drag the fishing line. Then this is the other fishing line. Can you see? You pass it through this bead as well. So I may want to settle down to bring this out. Just push it out. So now I'll drag that firmly. Can you see? Can you see that? So this is what I have. Now to further secure this or make this very firm, you are going to pass the fishing line in same direction backwards to this point. Then you use both fishing lines to interlock this particular bead at the back. So that will make these parts very firm and strong. So when I pass the fishing line back to this particular bead, I will end the fishing line and then cut out the excess fishing line. So after cutting out the excess fishing line, I'm going to get the ring, and I'll be inserting the ring here. So you may want to get your scissors to just open this part up a bit. Then you are going to insert the ring like so. So another alternative is you can insert the ring before you add this part, or before you pin it down here. So I'm going to push that. Can you see? So this is it. So this is the finished look of the beaded key holder. Can you see? Can you see how it looks? Thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel.